Olá, seguidores do Bastidores do Intercâmbio, eu sou a Babi, bem-vindo de volta. E para você que está aqui, novato, please, já segue, já acompanha aí a nossa página. Hoje a gente está trazendo um convidado super especial, então a gente vai falar em inglês, porque ele fala um pouquinho de português, mas não muito, então a gente vai falar em inglês. Então é a sua oportunidade aí de treinar o seu ouvido, né? E para quem já está aqui, ele é um convidado que realmente, se você quiser uma consultoria, se você não sabe o que você quer estudar aqui, ele é o ponto, tá? O ponto de encontro. E a Accent, ela tem uma parceria com a escola dele. Então, se você tiver qualquer dúvida, entre em contato com as meninas da Accent, que tá ótimo, tá? Vamos começar aqui. E ele é o José Alonso. Am I saying that right?
It's good.
Yeah.
You can say me José or José.
José.
Whatever sounds more danceable is good.
Ele criou a Insight Academy. E ele está revolucionando a educação ao focar em resultados da indústria no mundo, aqui na Austrália, né, no mundo real, e capacitando os alunos com habilidades práticas para o sucesso profissional. Então, welcome, José.
Muito gusto. I follow
José.
you want me to speak Portuñol or Spanglish?
You can speak in English,
Yes.
but if you feel free, like if you feel
fala un poco.
comfortable, you can.
That's fine.
You can.
I know the bad words, so maybe let's keep to the English.
Yeah, I get it. Like the first thing that you learn when you're learning Portuguese, people are mostly
everything.
interested
Except
in
Spanish.
bad words. Yeah.
It's a beautiful language. Muito linda.
Muito lindo.
Muy
Yeah.
belleza.
So let's start. I'm gonna ask you, where did the idea for Inside Academy come from?
The idea for Insight comes literally because, for what I can see, in my opinion, the education system doesn't really work.
Right.
Okay? So I think that the education system is a bit obsolete. If you
Right.
think about technology and everything, it's moving really fast, but schools is the same way.
Yeah.
So you go to class, you have a teacher, the teacher speak, and you're in class like, okay, what's going on? I can see
You
my
have many of
Instagram,
slides,
my Tinder,
PowerPoint.
Netflix, just talking, and people don't pay attention anywhere.
Yeah.
And everything is online on the internet, right? But we still have to go to class and listen, and people don't pay attention. So that's thing that I saw as well. Also, I think these days the people what they need more is actually more soft skills.
Yeah.
People listen. We're talking about mental health, about that, and one thing is very clear, and I can see anyone in the audience. How many of you have done a job that is not related to your career? 90% of the people, they go to university and
Yeah.
want something totally different.
Yeah.
Correctly? But then when they go to work, they need to survive and be able to how to. So this is one of the ideas that I started Insight. Yeah, that was the main idea. And then because I thought work in education for a while before, and I see kind of all the schools having all the same products, the same things, and say, should be something different. So that's why I created Insight Academy.
Right. And what would you say? Okay, but you, of course, you were working with something related to that, like to this academic side.
No,
Or not really?
Not academic. I didn't even finish high school. I left school when I was 14. But yeah, I travel around the world. I was talking before we're talking about Brazil.
Yeah,
so I was
yeah.
doing some clothes in Brazil. I live in Thailand as well for a while. I live in America. I travel a lot, like
Okay,
traveling by
yeah.
myself. And I actually came to Australia as a traveler. I didn't come with the intention to stay or nothing. Just things happen because I think, you're in the right place and you have the right opportunity and you connect with the right people. You
Yeah.
can do something. That was my beginning when I come here to Australia.
For sure. And especially being a traveler, you understand the side of being an immigrant here, which is, it is really hard. So like when you get here, you need to speak the language, first thing. And then you need to, get into a field, which is really hard for people that are not ready for it. So like, what would you say it is the differential for Insight in that case?
Are you talking about me or the people coming from overseas?
Both.
If you come, literally what happens is happens everywhere, right? At the end, I think the problem is most the person itself, right? It's like you just mentioned before, no? The students come here, they stay for 5, 6 years, they just think about the money. So obviously, it depends what you want in life. If you want to grow in life, you need to make yourself your goals, to plan yourself, right? So if
Yeah.
you're able to plan well yourself, then you have to work on those plans, right? So what I can see when you're a migrant, always some people, because they're scared, first of all, is the area of comfort. They with their friends, they don't want to get out of this area, so they stay with people from the same country. No opportunities of meet locals or people that can help you to go to grow
True,
your
so
network.
true.
That's one of the things that doesn't help. Then the most important is obviously the human barriers. Like we're like, okay, I'm on a student visa, I can do this. My English is not good, I can do that. I don't know much about the system, I can do that. So they go to out of comfort.
Yeah.
So this is what happened, right? So this is the main. So if I have to say something about it, it's just get the fuck out, move on, and just go with your life and try to do things and don't think that you can't if you haven't tried.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
exactly. And I feel that I was actually talking to someone else before, and I say that many Brazilians have this problem. They always put themselves down, and they think that, oh, I don't know English enough. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
this enough.
Happens
So
to
then
everybody.
they don't. Yeah, they
Doesn't
don't
matter where they're
risk
from.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to put yourself out there. You know.
Yeah, yeah. That's overall kind of everyone. It's just generic. It's not just. But it's true that it's hard, no? When you go to a new place and you don't know the system, so it's easy to go to Brazil. You say Brazilians. Okay, I go my weekends. I go caipirinhas, electronic parties. Then I stay. I go to live in San Gil, as we mentioned before, here in
Yeah.
Melbourne or the city, right? To make your life easy, and then you realize you are working with other Brazilians, maybe cleaning or other jobs, and you don't get out of that area. It happens to every nationality. I'm originally from Spain, and sometimes with us happens kind of the same thing. It happens to everyone, right? So
Yeah.
this is the thing that we always tell, but sometimes people listen, sometimes they don't want to listen, is that one. Sometimes you have to make some efforts. So, for example, if you work like a cleaner,
Yeah,
right? And it's
yeah.
fantastic because you make $45 an hour cleaning toilets.
You're good.
Good for you,
Yeah.
right? But what happens when you learn English? Are you going to keep cleaning toilets or you want to do something else with your life?
Exactly.
Right? Because
Yeah.
sometimes you have to make an effort and go backwards. Okay. If instead to have these caipirinhas, just go have a beer in the supermarket, take it, hide it, and go into the bar. That's okay, save the money, but at least try to get some job that can help you to get qualified, right? And then I give you an example, okay? Long time before I was running another company. And I have a girl actually Brazilian. She was really good in receptionist stuff. And she left the job. She was working for 3 months. She's doing quite well. And she left the job to work as a cleaner
Right.
because the money was better. Obviously, reception wasn't like the best deal, right?
Yeah.
But you already put your head into something professional,
Yeah.
right? Then someone else come after. We got another girl. She was pretty good as well. She was originally also from Thailand. And she comes and she become head of operations. High
Right.
salary, sponsorship, and now she moved on and she have her own work for a corporate company. But it was her entry level. So sometimes we need to think how to start small and think big.
Yeah.
This is the way to go, no?
Yeah.
If you want, I mean, it depends. Obviously, if you want to come here and have a good time, perfect. Go have a good time, enjoy 2-3 years, and then you go back to Brazil. Okay?
Yeah.
Australia is not the end of the world either. There's many good places around. Brazil is a fantastic place. Or Asia. There's many opportunities in many places. So you need to look, right? Like here, our cool filmmaker, he's
Yeah.
actually living in Bali. He will say Bali is amazing.
Yeah.
Right? So it depends. That's what I say. This is just open your eyes and
Depends on
see.
your goals,
Correct.
yeah.
Our goals and opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it is very common to see that people, they come here, and Australia is a good country because if you want to study, you can also work. So that's the difference. And here, when you see that you can, earn a lot of money, just, working as a cleaner, working, in hospitality, you actually forget to plan ahead. You
Yeah.
don't think about tomorrow.
Correctly. That's correct.
Yeah.
Correctly.
So like
living the day.
even if you're not sure what you're gonna do, like it is good to keep saving a little bit, try to save a little bit, or just talk to someone and see whatever you have.
correct.
Like maybe
Make a
some
plan.
skills, that you don't think they are important, but maybe this can lead you to something.
Yeah, correct. Good opportunity. As I said, there's 2 profiles. There's 3, no? The one that is looking for a professional opportunity that can be here or anywhere in Asia. It can be or in Asia or in Europe or anywhere else. Once you learn English, obviously the opportunities multiply. That's one thing. Also, when you live abroad, you learn there's many skills as well, which you learn how to live by yourself. You start to learn how to do research, how to do things that you can use it to obviously globalize yourself and find opportunities in other countries. Maybe try to stay in Australia. There's different ways to stay here. And the other one is people that just want to enjoy it. Like you can come here and look, this is the gateway to so many fantastic countries. Like we were talking before, you can go to Bali, you can go to Thailand, you can go to many exotic places that you won't be. So maybe just work, and your plan can be, get a professional job, maybe plan your residency to stay in Australia, or maybe your plan is just get an amazing trip, maybe go for 3 months to Southeast Asia, or Japan, or whatever, right? So it depends on who, but always have something. Plan something, because the problem is we were talking about this before, no? Just go in this circle like, okay, I'm going to Miami in the morning, I work, and then 5 years I want to stay in Australia, but I'm not doing it. So then you get in this circle, which actually is like most of the students are getting in that kind of loop, So we'll be like literally how to think to get out of the loop. That's actually why I actually started Insight. That's the main thing I'm trying to do, fix problems with education to students.
What courses do you offer, for example?
Well, I mean, we have different range of courses. Like we offer entrepreneurship, sustainability. Then we have also like project management.
Right.
So that courses that what we do with the courses actually is not I think it's the values of the course, it's as well the dynamic of the way we do the classes.
Right.
And we do a lot of practical learning.
Right.
So students feel confident. We do collaborative learning. Like you have your Instagram page. I have some maybe business experience, and then we are in the same class together. So it's not just the person that is leading the class, the coach. It's just us learning from each other. It's very important. Especially because here they are international. They are normally professionals. Then the classes, I'm against teachers.
Right.
I think teachers just follow book and they haven't have the experience and they haven't suffered the pain of working in a company or run your own business.
I get it.
Yes. So basically, we have entrepreneurs teaching, industry experts, etc. in the classes. So I think we're trying to do with the school is like a safe space to fail. Right? Not like in the bad way, because in life it's hard, right? And the people now start to realize like, we need to make mistakes to grow. So this is what I try to do the process with Insight. So we do prototyping, students can work on their own projects. We do community events. So we have concerts, DJs sometimes. For English school, we do other kind of things as well. I can explain you.
Which is really fun.
But then we have obviously the English, etc. Right? So I started the company with Insight Entrepreneurship Academy. It was like Insight Academy for Entrepreneurship and Innovation. And then I just diversified. Business has changed a little bit. So we need to adapt. There's something that we teach, which is design thinking. Always learn from the customer to know what's needed. So I look at the problems and then I kill the courses. So that's why the dynamic of Insight is kind of a bit different. Right? We try to target also people that is looking more grow mindset, build relationships. We do a lot of soft skill stuff going on. Like today, this Thursday, we have also a lot of networking and speakers. This Thursday, we have a girl that's her name is Tao. She specializes in marketing. She's now going to New York to do to California to do some presentations. She's doing one for Insight about self-care personal branding. How to get your personal branding on Instagram without being like scrolling the phone or wasting your energy. Use social media in a good way.
I want to watch that.
I gave you a ticket. I got tickets. It's on Thursday. So we're getting tickets. Actually, people for outside come. So it's as well, we do also like events like networking. So we try to be the bridge for the students with the real world outside and the student.
That's really interesting. Yeah, because that's what's really lacking.
Yeah, correctly. So that's correct. And I see the things that. So normally when I started this, the origin is because of it. I look at the problems that I find and I design, we create the courses.
Yeah, of course, because someone that is, looking to be a marketer can look at this girl and say, okay, I want to do that.
Yeah, we also have marketing. So marketing, now we have AI marketing. So students can use simple tools about AI.
Super important now.
Super useful. We do storytelling. Now we have also someone from BMW. Is going to come to the school to do a small case study with the students about BMW. And it's because now they are in the branding part, it's going to tell the story about how BMW started as a brand until the brand they become today, how they do in the branding from the company.
Wow.
So we always be professionals.
Big.
Then we go small business that can we like to help as well. So sometimes our students have their own business, entrepreneurs. We help them as well with the marketing students. So help each other. Try to build the relations between the students. We have our own platform. which is it's a collaborative platform. What we do now is connect the students. It's like a mix of Facebook and LinkedIn together. So they can connect, and also external people. You tell me tomorrow, hey, I'm doing these videos, and if maybe a filmmaker, graphic, so you can look in our database of students and get information, so you can give them maybe a job with you, or a collaboration, or maybe an internship, whatever.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Yeah. So this is open for everybody, of course.
This is how, for example, for students to be hired, is our students.
Yeah,
but for externally, for you, yes.
Yeah.
So we actually connecting with different platforms and startups, especially, because that's another thing as well. Startups, like students think, I cannot get a job because, one mistake, guys, very important. Don't go to seek.com, because everybody go to seek.com, you never get a job there, right? That's one thing as well, no? So, yeah, networking is good, just applying for companies directly.
Yeah, let me just explain to Brazilians here. Seek são esses sites bem famosos no Brasil que você entra lá para conseguir emprego, tá? Então, não sei se eu posso citar aqui empresa brasileira, né? Mas você quer procurar um emprego, pensa naquele site lá bem famoso. Seek é isso, tá?
Yeah, so obviously we go to Seek, but Seek is maybe not the best place to look if you have this one like.
And especially if you need experience. Like how come are you gonna build your
the experience? They always ask for. They say you cannot work full time, so it's other ways to get jobs. I give you a tip. I have a company, right? If every time I go to Seek.com, which is the most popular in Australia or Indeed or wherever, you pay between $500 to $1,000 for one ad. If I got a good CV in my office, I call it first. What I want to say with that is something called a hidden job. So you can apply for jobs based on your skills or your knowledge, maybe you're in IT or events, whatever, and just send the CV to the companies directly. That's a good way to get jobs as well. Okay. And you call, and then maybe they contact you. And also, like, look, I'm happy to go and learn. I'm happy to be an intern, whatever. Just get your feet in a professional job. As you mentioned, experience is important.
Yeah.
So try to get your first experience. Also, we try to do with the startups, because startups as well as companies that they're starting.
Yeah.
And they don't have a big budget.
Yeah.
And here salaries are quite high if you're a professional. So if you're starting, look, spend your shoulder a little bit. Maybe you reduce the money that maybe you doing hospitality or cleaning. Yeah. By the way, I have to say hospitality is not too bad.
No, it is not.
It's a good
Yeah,
school.
I studied with hospitality.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a good school.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Because hospitality, I think it is important, especially to, practice your English. Yeah. So this will give you experiences that you really need to go through, in order to learn. And
so many things.
Yeah.
Like multitasking, networking, work under pressure.
Yeah.
So many
that's
things.
the soft skills you were talking about, like learning how to deal with the customer.
When you're in hospitality, you become like really fast learner, you become really quick. So usually if I see someone to work and they have hospital experience, I really value that. Because I know they can multitask.
Yeah.
They will be able to work under pressure. They'll be able. It's not to put too much pressure though. I'll try to be able good.
Yeah.
But
the pressure they can handle.
Yeah, correctly. As you can see, I'm hyperactive. Speak too fast. Sorry for the honest. I follow no muito devagar, muito rápido. Sorry, disculpa.
No, that's okay. And okay, so if they want to learn a little bit about more entrepreneurship, so they go to your school, or
I mean they can come to my school. Like I said, we are a school that provide programs that students can build their own projects for project management as well. I like to innovate all the time. Just because someone coming this week, you want to move project management into AI as well. So something that makes us also different. We design our own content.
Okay.
So we kind of change it, update it, and everything. So we come, whenever something come up new, we update it, and it's practical. So what I say, normally we do kind of workshop style, so it's a lot of brainstorming. For instance, I try to avoid the coaches to talk too much.
Yeah.
And actually in the past happens
to us.
It's
very collaborative.
Yeah, it happens to me. Like, this fucking person coming from Monash University, amazing. No, it's not for us. And it's just complaining. I don't got to hear, to listen to this guy talking for so long, right? I just want to be part of it. And it's true, like, if you want to learn these days, you don't learn, like, listening. You need to practice and do things and then make your mistakes or give your opinion about things.
Yeah, it's not passive. You need to be active.
Correctly, active and participate, right? Obviously, I have to be honest, like, we are highly regulated for the government, especially now. They're giving a hard time to the schools.
Yeah.
But we try to do things in a way that, we try to get the students always in my best intention. Sometimes, obviously, the company doesn't go perfect like any company. I'm going to sell you the dream. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
But we try to do the right thing and the good things, right? So
Yeah.
overall, the students, they get real outcomes. Especially one thing is critical. I think it's very important. It's how to manage your emotion, which is emotional intelligence.
Oh, yes.
It's very important.
Super.
Be self-aware.
Yeah.
Be present. So we do, for example, something that makes us unique. We do mindfulness when we start the classes
wow.
to keep the students focused. Yeah. Something as well that we do is we teach. Actually, I mean, we use life coach for this. We do self-awareness. So help the students to understand their weakness and how to understand them and be aware of it like this. How to
Oh
move
my
forward.
gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and we teach emotional intelligence. We help the students to understand more the value of connections and empathy, how to have a work-life balance, to manage yourself,
Yeah.
right? Because
yeah.
it's always going to be happens in your life, but this is what you need, huh? That's the university that teaches you that,
Yeah,
right?
and you can use that like
Yeah.
pretty much your whole life.
Yeah, like here, no? We're talking right now, you could say, I was getting nervous or something like that, like it could happen, no? But this thing, when you're able to manage yourself, control yourself, also like maybe you have a fight with your beloved husband or whatever at home with your kids, whatever, no? Then you have to go to work and the sales, you're in sales is terrible, and they're like, and then the customer is there, is going to feel the energy.
Exactly.
So you're able to manage that. It's really important, right?
Yeah.
So we have a high focus on emotional intelligence, self-awareness, training, as well, innovation like design thinking, and also I forgot this one. Yeah, but it's very important because it's a big demand. No, so we have also like as a business, I have to think what is the market looking, right? And I remember when we were in COVID. You have to build your skills to be manage your emotion. And Jose, the students aren't looking for this anymore. They want that. They needed it. But at the moment, we are in this problem with the COVID, whatever, and then they're looking for security jobs. Now they're going to be in Australia, so the courses to be in Australia stuff. And then is when I thought my business partner is a builder, and then we spoke, let's do something different as well. In that way, so we started trade college. So we have Insight, which is for our business and also the English school.
Yeah.
I explain about the English as well. And then we have On-Site. With On-Site is the trade.
Yeah.
So this is a high demand, guys, as well, if you are looking for jobs. And females too.
Exactly.
We have a lot of females trainers. Females. We have painting and carpentry. We have professionals working there, and we actually
That's
have a lot of
great.
25% of students are females. Just to let you know.
Wow.
No one is gonna
amazing.
beg. You can wear the nails like her. You can take it off later. That's fine.
Yeah.
In and off doesn't matter. You still look beautiful after you take a shower. No problem. But it's it's a lot of opportunities. Especially something interesting in Australia. That's why I take that point. A lot of companies are looking for females for inclusion of the company, and also the fact that in reality, sometimes the females can be more organized, can be more on time, etc. So females I think are very important of our trade school, as in carpentry and painting. Obviously, yes, the residency opportunities depend on how good you are, right? You need to. It's not magic happening here. You are good in the job. So carpentry and painting is going well for us. We are in the city in South Bank, so that's one is getting kind of very popular actually.
Wow.
As well. So
Yeah.
and then the English school.
Yeah, because the tradie path here, it is really, they pay well.
Very well, good. It's not like you are thinking maybe in Brazil, it's like, oh, fuck. Get a 6 in the morning, 6 in the evening, big belly, drinking cerveza, eating a lot because you work a lot. And here, no. Here, the tradies finish at 4 o'clock and they go to the gym.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they look like models. You see that? They look like models.
They do look good.
They look good. Like with the tattoos, stuff, going to this festival.
Yeah. Actually, when you see a tradie, like you already know that they are tradies.
Yeah. They
because
look too hot.
their legs are like
big,
big, like they're very like
hot.
strong. Fit.
Yeah. All my girlfriends, I say, oh, what a difference, no? When back home and see this guy like looking good. So now we're taking to get the girls as well to look good as well and on the trades as well. So it's interesting. It's good because in Australia it's the opposite. It's a high demand, lot of work, and because there's not that many, it's well paid. They respect the overtime as well, and I think in Australia can be a good career.
Yeah, perfect. And you said that you support women a lot, and also the
LGBTI and stuff.
Yeah, and like you're very inclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, can you talk more about
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. So literally, when I started the school, as myself, you can hear my accent. I have a lot of challenges as well, but I have to say, I don't gonna be bad, but I don't give a shit. I just do the things and just go. But no people is the same. So I'm trying to help that people to get out there and do things. So I try to organize events. I try to, try to inspire people. Like I think they have some certain disadvantage. So I have done workshop with the government in terms of LGBTI, inclusion, even our toilets make a point of difference. It's inclusive toilets. But some students don't like it though. But well, in English school I don't have it. English school the students don't like it. The other one are more mature, the business students, and it depends, So yeah, and I think it's important because what happened is some people have kind of maybe some disadvantage.
Yeah.
So I do things with, I just recently have an event also with the African community. So it's cool. So we connect and with females, females, migrant women in leadership, women entrepreneurs. So I collaborate with few female groups as well.
Right.
To empower women, especially migrant women as well, African women in business. I don't work. So we do also, our social contribution is we do also networking event. This social networking event. So students are always, they come, some of them, they want to come and they join as well. With many type of different, with the marketing, creativity, etc. But I can see, that these events are very powerful because what happened, you hear stories maybe from women that come here from different backgrounds as well. So how their life going. I doing actually the same with the English school.
Yeah.
I just got a speaker coming to speak in the English school. So we have this conversation before. You were saying about we were saying before the students come here, work in the same job. So the English school I created for that. So Inside English is a business that I created, a school that I designed based on the same problem, right? So I empower a lot of the students in their self-confidence. I work a lot in events, so they go outside to do challenges. Then we incorporate in classes like activities about positive psychology, goal setting, etc. From the English, because it's like the beginning. So they start to open their mind about what they want to do. We do workshops of employability to get professional job. With the linking, we even have assessment about that. So the English school is kind of a bit unique.
Yeah.
But also we have a lot of art. I think creativity is a really high skill needed these days.
For sure.
Yeah, not like painting, like this beautiful signs or my beautiful pant here, by the way. No, that creativity is more about how to solve problems, right?
Yeah.
Life is about
Think
problems.
outside the box.
Correctly. So now, if you wanna build a career in any job, it's competitive. Now even AI is doing so many things.
Yeah.
You have to be smarter.
Yeah.
So problem solving skills is very important. So So we empower students with creativity, so problem solving skills as well. We do critical thinking activities in English. So empowering them, trying to get them feel part of something. We do a lot of events, internal events. Now we have a concert happening in the school.
Cool.
I got gigs in the school. So I have a lot of things going on, DJs. I think we here for a short time, but a good time as well, no?
Wow,
so
yeah,
it's very
amazing.
important. Part of the learning experience is that because why? Because if you think about English, if you ask the student, they learn 10% of English in the school, 15%, right?
Yeah.
If they're learning outside, obviously, if they don't hang out with the same people,
Yeah.
right? So that one is we're trying to do is help them to build up these connections and also to connect with people from other schools that are from other nationalities, or just to go outside and meet people from outside. We do events, we bring people, so they have, we can give them a lot of networking opportunities as well.
Yeah.
And teach them how to do networking, for example.
And real experiences as well.
More in real, because at the end, I give you an example. If you go for a job interview, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna go, there's maybe two candidates, and one go there and he says, fuck, this guy have a 7 in IELTS. He must be very fluent. This guy have a 5 in IELTS. Okay. We'll interview both because they both are mechanical engineers, right? And then you are in the interview. So the guy with maybe the 7 in IELTS go there, yes, I study hard, I did project management, and I have experience, I work in this company, And then the other guy comes, maybe 5 in IELTS. Look, I have done prototyping, I've been involved in different startups, I've been working in different challenges in the project management field. I have, look, I guarantee you that for my skills and the knowledge that I have, even my English is not great, I can deliver what you're looking for in this company. So probably maybe this guy that had no 2% himself better, he get the job. So at the end, what I mean with this is not about how good your English is. It's about how good you present yourself? How do you talk? How do you build relationships, empathy? So this is the key.
Yeah.
Right? Look at my English. It's not very. You told me just even my English is not great, but I'm able to run an English school.
No,
Right?
and I think that's the misconception, because people usually they speak really well, but they always put themselves low. 'Cause-
Correct.
Yeah.
The accent and bullshit. But they speak two
And, like-
languages. It's true. You speak two languages.
But
What is
that's
the problem?
exactly like
yeah.
you don't need to speak exactly like an Australian to have good English, and
Yeah.
that's what you have to
Especially,
understand.
Especially Melbourne, I think it's a good city. First, because it's very open. That's what
Very
I like from here.
multicultural.
Yeah, I live in Sydney. Well, I live in I respect every city, but I think from Melbourne, the strong thing is that it's not that many Brazilians, for example.
Yeah.
They don't like because you have your own festival, carnival. And, they like some areas in Australia have a lot, but here it's so exotic.
Yeah.
So you speak in Portuguese,
It is
and you
less.
sound like very exotic here. The people like it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
The people
yeah.
like
Sydney, there are a lot of Brazilians.
yeah. That's what I think can be a good selling point. If I have to sell Melbourne, that's a good selling point. It's not, and it's easy to connect more with people here.
Yeah.
I can see that from my experience living in other cities in Australia. Melbourne is a city, especially because the background here, the reason is because most of the people here, they are migrants, especially from European countries. So our culture is a bit more warmer, maybe.
Yeah,
So that's why
for
it's more
sure.
welcoming. So yeah, my mates here was made of maybe Greek backgrounds or Italian backgrounds. I mean, I got some Aussies as well. But yeah, it's kind of, the diversity is more facing that way. So I don't know. This is something I think good about Melbourne. So yeah, sometimes like you think about your accents or whatever, I say, wow, you're
Yeah,
from
just-
Brazil. You have all the balls to come to Australia, right? Yeah.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
What?
And tell me, like, how many students do you have now?
Currently, I think we are close to 900.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many schools do you have? Or like how many sites?
No, it's just, okay, so what I do is I diversify the umbrella. In reality, it's the same company, the umbrella. So we have Inside English, where we do all the English students and stuff. Then we have the entrepreneurship, project management, etc., and marketing and sustainability, by the way, is a very high demand. We are the only provider in Victoria that teaches sustainability.
Oh, really?
And entrepreneurship, I think we are kind of the only ones as well. The way we do it, we are the only ones, that's for sure. The school we operate, the way we operate. And then we have a trade campus, which is on-site.
Yeah.
Yeah, so inside and on-site. So on-site is it's in South Bank as well. So it's city located. That's where we have all the trade students there.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were talking about sustainability. Like, how can people come to that? Like, study sustainability. Like, what?
Yeah. So
what can they get from it?
Well, I started sustainability first. As I say, what I do, I also talk to students often. So this is what I do. No, the way I operate the school maybe is a bit different because I look it from the perspective of what the students need, not what the other schools are doing or what
Which
is
is
going on in the
great.
market. Correctly. Yeah. So when we started with our popular diploma of business, our School I Grow. So this course became really popular. We have many students, right? So most of the students they work on their own projects, right? So they work on projects, the life project, on business they will try to start, or they just want to do something practical, yeah? So I realized like around 40% of them, they were working on sustainability projects. And I say, wow. Yeah,
That's
people
really interesting.
Yeah, correct? Yeah. So I can see people looking more to help and stuff like this. And I thought as well an opportunity because first of all, it's like an unknown high needed career. Like it's a lot of job, right? So for example, if you are an engineer, normally they have something curious as well. We have people that they're more like sustainable friendly, so they want to learn about it. And then we have some sustainability engineers, which I don't know why they come to study with us because they're already engineers in sustainability. Yeah, I see more for this course for other people that is looking more to explore more this field, and especially it's an up skill. No, you're an engineer. This literally here you learn how to do a sustainable project for businesses.
That's great.
About carbon, explain about carbon emissions, the impact of the importance of sustainability, how to spread the message as well. We incorporate that. We do like a kind of workshop activity. It's very practical. The students also go to see different like organic farms as well, recycle places. So yeah, we have like once every our blocks are 10 weeks. So yeah, normally they go do one excursion as well to the place. So they themselves they organize their own networking events.
Right.
They do like a movie night. So the movie night for sustainability, some movies. So it's good school because you have a lot of people interested in sustainability. So
Yeah.
that one are easy to do. Also, there's one easy to do networking and find professional jobs, I think, if you are in that field, because a lot of companies are looking for that. And in Australia as well, it's kind of an open mind. There's just a lot of people that want to get more into it. So it's a very open community, I think, for the
Yeah, I can
people.
see that companies are creating more projects. Like, I don't know if it is to get more funding from the government or what, or they're just changing their mindset.
Yeah.
But
No,
like,
it's
if
needed.
you learn about, sustainability, it is great for your
Yeah,
workplace.
it's a good, yeah, correct.
Yeah,
It's a
and
good
for a
skill.
career.
I mean, it's a good skill to have. Plus, it's kind of needed, no? At the end, like,
Yeah.
it's not happening.
Today, yeah.
Yeah, today we need more entrepreneurs coming with new ideas to how to improve things. We need
Yeah.
people more involved in sustainability, which is needed. So yeah, I think this kind of an importance on finding solutions to more problems, I guess. But this is like a deep conversation.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
go into that.
And like, I have a question here for you. Like, how do you see the world of entrepreneurship? Like,
Okay. So I mean that
because you have a different vision. Like, you're more like progressionist, I would say. Like,
Yeah.
you're modern. Like, you think outside the box.
Yeah. I mean, the entrepreneurship will happen. I mean, it's a big topic, no? Because entrepreneurship is like, for example, I can tell you, you can be working for a company and be an entrepreneur, which is called entrepreneur. Someone that, I say an entrepreneur, someone that can solve problems, right? Doesn't always relate entrepreneurs with having their own business.
Yeah.
But in reality, entrepreneurs is people that solve problems. It can be inside a company or can be starting their own business with their own profit, right? People starting their own business, I have to say, as what happened, the last year, so people is kind of a bit more scared sometimes to start something, like something happens or whatever. Obviously, it requires a lot of effort and suffering to start your own enterprise, but obviously it's beautiful, no? Because at the end of the day, the beauty of having a business is that you can actually have the power to help people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's very powerful, no? When you have a business, normally you're helping people. I define a business
You're solving a problem.
correctly. Correct. That's the definition of a business. That
Yeah.
you get profit. So I think business is good and needed, and in fact we need obviously more people that have especially now it's drop a little bit. So yeah, and also the communities is huge. Like when you are there, it's a lot of support for entrepreneurs here in Victoria. Yeah, you get to meet a lot of people. Yeah, because people want you to success, because any business can bring job opportunities to others.
Yeah, true.
Can we spoke help something in the society or in the environment. So yeah, I think it's quite needed. But I have to say honestly, for international students before COVID and after COVID, because like two different type of eras, it changed.
Yeah.
I have to say now the students are more security, even our own students. Than already. In the past, we have crazy people that can put money into a cafe or open a gym with a student visa. Like, I'm gonna be in Australia or not, I still gonna do it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much this type of. I have quite a few in the past. I haven't seen that much lately, which is missing. More like hardcore people that say, okay, I'm gonna fucking try it. Like I did myself when I started the business. And my first day in the school, I was, where do I put the toilet paper or should I buy computers? How do I start the college? Yeah, I started school with, literally have no clue. I found investors as well to start it, so that's why I did it. But at the beginning, I was a bit.
You had the dream, but yeah.
Yeah, I had the idea, and then okay, now here is the place. What do I do? What do I do first? Okay, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna have a chill.
Yeah,
and
and
then
I was actually talking to the previous interviewee, and we were talking about that. One action always, gets a reaction. So like if you take responsibility, if you take one step towards something, you always see a result.
yeah,
Positive or negative.
now you get it.
But
Yeah.
like if you get a negative one, at least you're learning something.
Correctly, that's
Yeah.
a good point. Yeah, it's always positive.
Yeah.
The one because you success, congratulations, well done. The other one because you fucked up, you lose or whatever. I'm sorry, but lesson learned. Congratulations.
Yes.
You just have a master's degree. It's like having a master. Make a mistakes is like having a master. That's what I will say. Make mistakes, that's fine.
Yeah,
It's part of life.
Exactly.
And the
You
most
need
mistake,
to allow yourself
that's why
to
they
that.
say always, older people is more confident and more about the life, because they are the ones that have more problems in their life. That's why when you get older, you get more confident. So how good if you're younger and you have opportunities to make those mistakes in an early stage and be able to be taught about it when you grow up. So you can be with 25, 30 years old with a lot of confidence. So this
Yeah.
is what I can think is can be helpful because these type of skills, they weren't recognizing, they were that important before. Before it was about, this is my master, this is my bachelor, this is this.
Exactly.
And then when you go to work, in reality, this is not what you need.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really important because here, especially, I don't know if in Brazil it is a thing yet, but here, when create your resume, of course, you're gonna put your certificates there, like your bachelor degree or whatever, but then you put your soft skills. So like whatever you learn in your hospitality life, if it was just like talking to a customer or, solving some, problems at work, like this is really important to put into your resume as
well,
well.
that should be. Where I just put something and just
Yeah, so like
make it up.
whatever you're teaching in your school, like networking, solving problems, and all of these way and strategies to think outside the box, it is really useful.
Yeah.
It is really
Also,
useful.
it's very important. If
And
you-
managing your emotions
Yeah.
as well, like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah. And to promote yourself, I think the biggest social platform here is LinkedIn. In Australia, is huge.
yeah.
So LinkedIn is you have a very good LinkedIn. Here, for example, it's easy to connect with somebody on LinkedIn. Hey, let's catch up for a coffee. I can see in the same field and get to know people that way. So you can find people in finding the network, people that maybe is related to some job that you're looking, and just start having a coffee, start to meet people. Also, I recommend also Eventbrite.
Eventbrite, yeah.
Yeah, Eventbrite, they have a lot of events, like networking events, stuff. Many of them are free. So it's a good way as well to get out and meet people in the events.
That's a really good tip.
Yeah. So events is very good. You have a lot going on. And also there's all the social cool stuff. Like, for example, we always tell the students about on the beach. They do in St. Kilda, or depending on the beach. So it's like on Sundays, it's a group of like 30 to 50 people. They go to meditation and go for a bath
Right.
with cold water. So
Okay.
yeah, it's free. You can look on the Instagram. So it's many channels, many community and social things happening in Melbourne that you can find and get to know people here, right?
Yeah.
Go
That's
if
really
you are
good.
shy, but just go with a friend, whatever. But yeah, try to do. I think this is the way to go. Like if you see me today here and I have a company, it's because I done all these type of things. I come to Australia, I have a journey as well, like anybody else. Like I'm not different than anybody. We come with a tourist visa first, then I change to student visa to get a job. I do selling door knocking. I work in building stages and shit like this. I do everything as well. No, so but I always was like, okay, why do I connect? Make friends with the boss. Let's go for a beer. Tarara, tarara, tarara. So,
Yeah, of
so
course.
yeah, like crazy. I tell you a crazy story that happens to me.
Uh,
Example. I was in Sydney first, right?
Yeah.
And I was doing door knocking. Yeah,
Okay.
selling door to door.
Yeah,
I did it for
yeah.
2 years. Master degree. This is a royal school. Selling door to door, like no, psh, no, psh, no, psh, psh.
yeah.
Come into. I think you spend too much on this. Okay, okay. And there's it smells nice. Where are you cooking? Free dinner and then get an enrollment. That was very good. But one day I have one thing. One thing I have to say. If you really want to build relationship, it's about helping others. If you help people, things come back to you. Always, no matter what, people come to you. Right. So I got this guy. This guy working with us, and I was already the manager,
Yeah.
running the band with all the sales guy door to door. So then I got this guy, and he called me. Jose, can you help me? I was the manager. I'm trying to close a sale, and I think the guy speak Spanish. I said, okay, I come with you, no worries.
Yeah.
And I go to the house, and I start talking to the guy. I'm from the Basque Country, near the northern part of Spain, the Basque Country. So the guy, well, Cantabria, but it's next door. So anyway, the guy was from the Basque Country, and we start talking, get along. And this guy worked for a big multinational company in Spanish.
Yeah.
They do pens, right?
Right.
So we get along, and then by chance we met in a bar. And the guy, yes, I live in the country. I'm gonna be away, so I'm doing a party, farewell party. Would like you to come? Come.
Uh-huh.
So I was in his party, and then he said to me, fuck, I'm going to New York. I said, New York sounds like a fucking good place to go. And congratulations. I would love to go to New York. End of the conversation. Mm-hmm. At the time, I was thinking to stay in Australia. I was
Yeah.
thinking to travel.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what I did, suddenly I was planning I was going to South Africa. They are going to say, let's see what happened in South Africa. That was my next step. I bought the
Okay.
ticket and everything.
Okay.
And then he contacted me. Hey, Jose, can I speak to you? I said, well, let's chat. I said, look, I'm running the company in New York. My sales team is not very good. And I saw you the way you
way you
Working,
talk.
yeah,
the
done
way-
everything. I
yeah,
say,
the
why
way-
don't you come to New York? I sponsor you, I give you everything. So he sponsored me. I went to New
That's
York.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know that I will never get back in Spain because I have no education. Even he have to say like this guy doesn't have any education background, whatever. But anyways, he hooked me in and I went there to work in New York. I stayed working for a while, and then another company from education contacted me in Australia to come back to work in education. I was just doing selling door to door
Oh
in
my
Australia.
gosh.
Then I went, yeah. So that's I say, like I said, like always the opportunities are there, and also as I say, connect with the people and everything. The guy, he said, come to my party. I said, I come. This guy have like he looks like a cool guy. He's working for a voice company. I'm gonna go to his. I could stay with my mates in Bondi,
Yeah, just
chilling.
chilling.
And I say, it was a Saturday. Went today. It was kind of formal.
Yeah.
Then I talked to them. Then the guy said, and then I ended up in New York with him.
Wow.
With a job, right?
That's incredible.
Yeah, and then the life bring me back to Australia. Same thing, connections.
Connections.
My
Yeah.
staff as well. Most of the people that work with us is people that I met. Our coaches, I met them maybe in events, networking events, through LinkedIn or people that introduced me to them. So, yeah, I think that's the best way to
And
meet
I
people.
think, yeah, I think that's beautiful because everything that you learned, like about networking and, creating these relationships,
Yeah.
you're bringing to the students and they can, put this in action.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
make
totally.
their, create success
No, correct.
for
yes, yes.
themselves. I think that's amazing.
Yeah. That's what I say. Back to the beginning of our interview. This is the thing. It's all about you. This is you. You are the one that have to take
Take
the
action.
step up. So, like the thing that we talk doesn't make sense if you don't take a step. Anyone is not the same. So there's some
Yeah.
people that is more introvert, but you can find other ways to
Yeah.
connect, right? Maybe more like emails or connecting to people or going to group. Obviously, you have to open yourself. You already come all the way here from your home country. You're already looking to open yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, doesn't need to be everyone the same, right? You have your way, I have my way. But yeah, this is the things that you have to work on. I have I have my two kids as well. So I have a babysitter before. She was telling me about the job. She was chemical engineer from Colombia.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, she was helping with the kids for quite a while. Then I lost contact with her, but I didn't see her in a while, but then we catch up again. I saw her again, and then she told me I'm working as a chemical engineer.
Chemical engineer.
So I remember her. She was always applying. She was asking me, "Do you know anybody? Can you help me, Jose?" Look,
It is
send
a
it to
very
me."
specific niche.
Correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's now working for Water Victoria.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She's now getting a management position. So this girl,
Wow.
the whole time, she was doing this, I call it banana diplomas to stay here, which is fine. And then he was doing focus on her career.
That's amazing.
Focus on her career, then he went to events. He does all the things that we're talking, she did it.
Yeah.
And she got the job at the end because, she was, another thing as well, super important, persistency. You have to be persistent.
Yeah,
The no
it's
is
not easy.
no is always there.
Yeah.
No, okay, I got the no. Now I'm gonna go to take the yes.
Yeah.
O the sí. Ahora voy a por el sí.
Yeah.
Let's go to the sí. So then, that's how you.
Yeah, and that's important because it doesn't matter if you're working, in hospitality or whatever it is, but you can also pursue your dreams on the side.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Like always trying to find something else and also working, having courses like that can put you in a position to find someone that will help you. As well.
Obviously. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. But it's the same thing. It's not up to me. It's up to, I tell the students sometimes in class, look, I got tools. You have to take them.
Exactly.
If you just come to class and go home, you don't get nothing. I mean, you get obviously the experience, the classes, whatever, but really we offer
But you
them
have to do
some extra
something
things.
with that.
Correctly. You have been, for example, we have this event. Sometimes it's scam, sometimes they prefer to go to work. Maybe normally we do this in after hours. I've been into the class, like speakers and stuff, but the networking events, normally actually we do it in the evenings. So people that finish work in the city of Melbourne or around, they can go to the event.
Yeah.
Because the intention is, and actually normally 75% of the people that come is from outside.
Right.
And we have some students coming, right?
Yeah.
So depends on the students, but yeah. Also depending on the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm so glad I met you.
My pleasure. Muito linda.
Nice to meet you, guys.
Nice to meet you.
Like
Muito gusto.
we learned,
Bellos.
we learned a lot here. So like if you're in Australia, if you're in Melbourne, and if you're interested in those, like we're gonna have the link here for you. And please contact Accent. They can direct you for everything. If you're interested in a networking event, even if it is just to watch the concert, whatever, just to meet people, get in contact with Insight. They are the way to go.
I'm here. Estoy aquí.
Estoy aquí.
Amigos, parceiros, muitos besos.
Muitos beijos.
Para toda la peña.
Yeah.
Muitos besos para todos.
How do I say in Spanish? Follow the channel.
Sigamos el canal.
Sigamos el canal.
www.accentstudyabroad.com.au.
Yeah, follow Bastidores do Intercâmbio. Beijo, gente. Muito obrigado pela sua companhia. Até mais.
Beijos. Tchau, tchau.